Yo, what's up, guys? Leafs lose 6-5 to the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime. Man, oh man, this is one game that I did not want the Leafs to lose. A very frustrating way for the Toronto Maple Leafs to lose this hockey game tonight, blowing three two-goal leads tonight to Mitch Marner and the Vegas Golden Knights. Now obviously we know this was the most highly anticipated hockey game for the Maple Leafs this season until obviously next week, of course, when Mitch Marner returns to Toronto. So obviously, Leafs are playing Marner for the first time since his highly infamous move to go to Vegas, guys, leaving the Leafs. And honestly, man, there is not one game I wanted more than tonight. And the Maple Leafs, I thought, played some great hockey tonight, but in the end, they pissed all over themselves and pissed away 2 points tonight, even though they got one. You cannot be blowing 3-2 goal leads. I'm sorry, you can't, especially after how they played in that first period. The Leafs start off the first period great. William Nylander makes a great play to find a wide open Morgan Riley, beats Adin Hill, whose first game in 3 months, of course. And Riley takes a beautiful shot to snipe it. Great pass by Willie. 1-0 Leafs. Then after we saw Leafs take a 2-0 lead after that. We saw William Nylander in front of the net there with a great pass by Matias Maccelli, who's been playing some great hockey as of late. Willie makes a great play to beat Adin Hill in front. And then, of course, as we saw, William Nylander takes a stumble, on the injured left leg that he hurt, that made him miss 6 games. Fortunately, he re-aggravates something. Willie leaves the game after that, and the Leafs have to play with one man less. And it obviously affected the Leafs in this hockey game tonight, guys. Now, Vegas had a power play after Jake McCabe slash, as we saw. Vegas, obviously, as we saw there, cut the deficit down to 1 with a Dorofeyev shot with a Marner pass, obviously. So it's 2-1. Matthews makes a great play in front of the net there to get in front. Beautiful tip with a great pass by McCabe there. It's a beautiful goal by Matthews there to make it 3-1. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you have a 2-0 lead. Then you're up 3-1. I'm thinking to myself, okay, the Leafs are responding after giving up a goal. They're showing fight. They're showing character. The ozone time in this game was fantastic at times in this hockey game for the Maple Leafs, and then obviously the Leafs are up 3-1. Vegas cuts it again to 3-2 because Morgan Riley doesn't know how to do his bloody job and tie up Kolasar's stick, and unfortunately he's able to beat Riley in front of the net there to make it 3-2. It's like, it blows my mind. Riley does a good job getting into position, but his focus is on Kolasar the whole time, trying to cross-check the guy instead of tying up his stick from preventing him from getting the rebound. It's like incredible stuff that I'm seeing from an NHL defenseman in Morgan Riley. So it's 3-2 Vegas, and the Leafs are still playing well, getting goals all the time. They get a power play off a penalty off hurdle. And, Leafs are doing a great job moving the puck. Matthews makes a great pass to Knives, who's in the bumper slot there. He makes a great pass to Maccelli, who's wide open. John Tavares, as we saw, tips it. He's apologetic to Maccelli. I love how John Tavares is so apologetic and polite, telling him, I didn't mean to touch it, bro. So 4-2 Leafs. I don't think Maccelli gave a shit. He was smiling and laughing at John. 4-2 Leafs. Leafs are playing great hockey, but of course, the bloody Vegas Golden Knights just do not stop breaking balls. It's really frustrating, man. Incredible to see. Dorofeyev scores a goal off a bounce from off the boards there because, Easton Cowan takes a really, 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 really stupid bloody penalty. You cannot be doing that in the offensive zone, kid. Lifting up the stick, not getting any wood on the other guy's stick there. Brutal bloody penalty by Easton Cowan there. Can't have it. Vegas makes the Leafs pay, of course. Then we obviously saw Scott Laughton score a beautiful goal off a pass by Matthew Knies. Great assist by Knies. 2 assists for him on the night there. Great goal by Laughton, and it's 5-3 Leafs. And I'm saying to myself again, there's no way you're blowing this game, right? There is no bloody way. And then we saw a mad scramble in front. Joe Wall's out of his crease. We saw Barbashev poking away at Wall. The play's not called dead, of course, because the refs don't call the play dead because they're playing the Leafs, Vegas, of course. And as we see, Mark Stone gets in front of the net. There's able to tap it in front, making it a 5-4 lead, 5-4 for the Leafs. And I said to myself, this team here's got an ass on them, the Vegas Golden Knights, with Marner on their hockey team. Now they're going to find a way to tie up this game. Luckily enough, Vegas did tie it up, but good job by Sullivan and the Leafs, Steve Sullivan and the Leafs upper management over there, the people upstairs, telling them, listen, it's offside, challenge it. Obviously, the Leafs challenge it, of course. Good call on them. Disallowed because Dorofeyev, who would have had a hat trick, as we saw, he's offside there, keeps it at 5-4. But I said to myself, you don't get an empty net goal or another goal here. You are asking for trouble. And of course, with 7 seconds left, Matthew Knies loses his bloody stick, ironically enough. And Thomas Hertl is wide open in the slot because Matthews pushes up to the point. McCabe leaves too much space in front of Wall there. And of course, Hertl taps it in with 7 seconds left to tie the game up at 5. And I just said to myself, yep, they're going to blow this game, aren't they? They're just going to blow it because of that mother effer 93 who's on that team now. And of course, Morgan Rielly, who made a great defensive play in the second period to cut off a 2-on-1, which led to the Leafs scoring the 4th goal. Of course, Morgan Rielly redeems himself again with nothing but stupidity in the corner of the ice there, where Cowan and I think it was Tavares or Matthews, I forgot who it was, are deep in back of the net there. Rielly takes a shot, and you think he'd have any brains to say, if I shoot this puck and I don't hit the net, Vegas is coming back down the other ice. But of course, as we all know, Morgan Rielly doesn't have brains. Shoots the puck, completely misses the net. And then as we saw, Vegas comes right up the ice. Morgan Rielly flailing his stick like an idiot that he is because he's desperate to get back because he knows he's screwed up. The man left in front of the net, wide open in front. One of the worst people to leave in front of the net, Jack Bloody Eichel. Dekes out Joel Wall, beats him backhand top shelf. 4.9 for Eichel, a goal and 3 assists. Stone with 3 points. Vegas come back from 3 2-goal deficits to beat the Maple Leafs, guys. You know, just a very, very frustrating game for the Leafs to lose tonight. You cannot be blowing 3 2-goal leads tonight when the division is as tight as it is right now. Inexcusable night by the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, you got dummies like Morgan Rielly on this hockey team. Like I said before, that guy will do more stupid things than smart things when it comes to the Maple Leafs. And when it comes to him doing something good, like scoring a goal, making a great defensive play, you just know that Morgan Rielly will make us pay for it with a stupid decision. And of course, he did it with that play in overtime, costing the Leafs an extra point. Easton Cowan had a horrible night. I don't expect him to be playing next game after what he did tonight with that stupid penalty. Got caught too deep in Vegas' own end. Got caught in the back of the net there. I don't expect to see Cowan playing next game. There are just too many times tonight defensively where the Leafs broke down way too many times tonight. Gave Vegas way too many opportunities to come back into this hockey game. The Leafs asked for this loss tonight. They asked for it because too many times you let Vegas back in the game. You had ample opportunity to bury Vegas, especially Bobby McMann in that first period. Had an incredible opportunity to score a 4th goal in the first period, but he gets stoned by Adin Hill. And I just said to myself, God, I hope that does not come back to bite the Maple Leafs. And unfortunately, as we know, it did. Just some inexcusable performances tonight by the Maple Leafs, specifically Morgan Rielly. Easton Cowan, I know he's young. He had a rough go of it. Robertson didn't have a great game. Nick Wall didn't have a great game in his return. I thought Matthews played well tonight. I thought Tavares played well tonight. I thought Michelli played well tonight. But the loss of William Nylander tonight really hurt the Maple Leafs, guys. He had 2 points in the first, was all over it tonight. He really wanted to have a big game tonight. And then unfortunately, as we saw, he gets hurt celebrating. Just an insufferable loss tonight. Losing to that spoiled little brat, that ungrateful NHLer, Mitch Marner tonight. If he wasn't on Vegas, as we know, it wouldn't have hurt as much. But regardless of that, the way the standings are, and Boston and Buffalo winning tonight, the Leafs needed that extra point tonight. But the fact that the way they lost tonight, with that jackass on their team, 93, it just angers me to the highest of heavens. That jackass Marner had planned to leave Toronto a year early. His parents were looking for houses when the Leafs were on the West Coast when they played Vegas. You know, Marner knew that he was leaving. He nixed the Rantanen deal. Obviously, I don't blame him for that because he had the power to nix it. He knew he was leaving. He's an ungrateful SOB. He turned on a massive $13 million contract from Toronto. He just was an ungrateful fan, cut so many ties, burned so many bridges in this city. That stupid article with Jonas Siegel, I didn't even read it, and it makes me sick just to hear about it. Some of the things he was saying in there. He is an insufferable human being. I wish nothing but the best for him in Vegas, but I'm so glad that I don't have to watch that player play for my hockey team anymore. I'm so glad I don't have to hear him talk to the media anymore. I'm glad I only have to hear him once or twice a year now. I love that the Leaf fans in Vegas tonight booed the living shit out of him. I can't wait to hear the whole entire Scotiabank Arena boo the living crap out of him when he comes back to Toronto next week. He deserves it, nothing but. He deserves to be treated like a dickhead. He deserves to be treated like garbage because he treated us fans like trash. He took us for granted. All we wanted him was to show effort and fight in the playoffs and show that he cared about playing for the crest in front of him instead of the number and the name on the back. But he never did that. I am sick and tired of seeing that person. I am sick that we lost to him tonight. We should have won tonight. And the Maple Leafs lost this game. They pissed this game away. And that Colorado game, they pissed it away as well. Now you leave, you're coming home on a 4-game road trip, minimum 500 hopefully when you're playing Winnipeg in a couple nights. But if you had beaten Vegas tonight, beaten Colorado, we would have been flying high, man, saying that Utah game was just an anomaly. It was just a blimp. They're playing great hockey. But to lose the way they did tonight, very frustrating loss by the Maple Leafs. But you got great performances tonight by some of the guys, like I mentioned. Even Scott Laughton, I thought, played well tonight. The fourth line was solid other than Cowan. I thought Lorentz played okay as well tonight. And in this hockey game, McCabe had some tough goals at it. He had a bit of a rough go at it at times, but nobody is worse than what we saw at times from Morgan Rielly, even though he scored a goal tonight, guys. You cannot be blowing 3-2 goal leads like I mentioned. The Ozil time was great. You had some positive performances tonight. But Joe Wall played well at times this game, but he couldn't close it out for the Leafs. Couldn't bail them out with 7 seconds left. The D-core at times was not very good tonight. Vegas, listen, they're a good team. Have one of the most comebacks in the NHL this year. I get that. The Leafs are like top 5 as well in comebacks, but you can't be doing what you did tonight. Just an unacceptable loss by the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Losing to that guy and his new team. I hate it so much. The Leafs have been playing some great hockey as of late, and to lose the game the way they did tonight just really, really stinks. Just a tough pill to swallow tonight. They got to get back on the horse now. You got to play Winnipeg and Winnipeg on Saturday. You better get 2 points there because this loss tonight really, really pissed me off. That game in Utah was like, okay, whatever. You throw it in the trash. It's an off game. Second night of a back-to-back. And that's another thing that frustrates me. Vegas was on the second night of a back-to-back after beating LA in overtime. You couldn't beat them tonight after you had a shit show on the second night of a back-to-back in Utah. Tonight Vegas had a way better effort than you did against Utah when they had a better effort against you tonight. Just a horrendous night for the Leafs. A missed opportunity to get an extra point tonight, guys. We'll love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this game tonight, guys. So like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Go Leafs, go as always, guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Leafs Unfiltered. Ciao, guys.